Students, this video is going to talk about your homework, worksheet 3.1, when you're part writing single root position triads. I'm just going to introduce this and go over it. I went through it in class, but just to do it again. Let's talk through this. What you're going to do in each measure is write this chord twice. Once in open position and once in closed position. I think I'll do it in the other order. I'll talk about closed position first, but it doesn't matter. For each example, you're going to supply the key signature and you're going to spell the chord. You could do it maybe above right there in letter names. Write the root of the chord twice when you spell the chord in letter names. And then you're going to write the base having the root of the chord in the base, and then it tells you what to put in soprano, and then you're going to fill in the inner voices. So let's do that. What is a 4 chord in D major? First of all, the key signature for D major is, have you got that written in? Should have 2 sharps. And what is a 4 chord? How do you spell it? Did you start on D and count up to 4? You should have come up with G, B, D. That's the spelling. So up here put G, G, B, D. Put the bass note in. It's a G. You have your choice of G2 or G3. It doesn't matter. Whichever one you want to put it in twice. We're going to do it once in closed and once in open. The soprano is the 5th of the chord. Put the 5th of the chord in above each bass note. We're going to do it twice. Okay, let's do closed position first, and I'm only going to talk about this. I'm not going to show you the notes. So you've got a G, one of the G's here in bass, and what would the 5th be? G, B, D, it would be D. So we want the root of the chord in the bass. We've done that, and we're going to fill it in. First of all, sketch in way over here to your left or on some scratch paper. From this D, go down and hit every note in a GBD chord. Okay, ready? There's your soprano on D. We go B and just sketch it in lightly. We'll erase it later or do it offside. And a G, and we'll go down to D. And the next one down is B. Put it in this staff. And if you stopped on this G, you're done. If you went down to this G, you've got a few more to fill in. All G's and B's and D's. For perfect close position, you want the very next note. So alto will be here. And then the very next note will be tenor, and it's G4, but you have to notate it in bass staff. Now what will you do? Ledger line is C4, then up to G, E, and then up to G. It's quite a few ledger lines there, but that would be correct. And let's go back to this D and talk about open position. Where you sketched out all of your GBD notes, you want to take every other one. So look at your sketch, and D is the soprano, skip. G is the alto, skip. B is the tenor. So you should have D here, skipping 1, G, skip 1, B, and then your bass, and it doesn't matter where it is. Okay, I hope that helped you for the same process for doing either one. Okay, let's look at the next thing. Lots of them to do. Oh, don't forget the hard ones, the ones that have accidentals in them. I see some of those coming up. Page 2, chord symbols and Roman numerals. For each measure there is one chord. In the key of G, what is that chord with Roman numeral and inversion symbol? Then put the correct lead sheet symbol or chord symbol. Remember how you do inversions with that. Remember that all of these up here use capital letters. For E minor, put it all together. The bass, remember, determines the inversion, and give me a Roman numeral and inversion symbol and then a chord symbol above. For voice motion, if you don't remember what we talked about in class, then look on page 81 and give me the motion of each of the 2 voices. There's 5 different types that you can label it with. And that's the end of video 2, which is for the homework.